Hey guys, today I'm back and I want to talk about the books I read in March. I have 3 books I want to talk about, and I have unfortunately forgotten to make this video, so this is a little bit late and the sun is really bright, so I'm probably squinting a little bit too much and I'm sorry for that, but it's just, you know, the light is quite nice but my eyes are just sensitive. So the first book I wanted to talk about is A Hollow City. This is the second novel of the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series thing. So I got the hardcover as soon as it came out because I think these books are gorgeous, but then I didn't feel like reading it right away. So this is what the book looks like, and then you can just get it out of there, and it's a very nice blue, like a dusty blue color, and it says Perplexus Anomalos on the book cover, and that has something to do with the book. Again, with this book you have a lot of like pictures in it that are supposed to be creepy or just strange, and I can't find a single one right now. Like these ones, they're just vintage pictures. I hope you can see them a little bit. And you have these all over the story, and they are connected to the story, the same as in the first book. So now let's talk about what the book's actually about. So in the first book you had these peculiar children that were trapped in a time loop in, I think, Scotland? Somewhere around there, on an island. And now these kids are supposed to leave this island, or they're forced to leave this island because they're hunted. And I don't want to explain too much because, you know, if you haven't read the first one that would be stupid, but basically they have to leave the island in the year of 1941, I think, and they have to go to London to fight their enemies, basically. So this book is kind of the middle book, and you definitely feel that with the story. It's just all about their journey, and they're trying to get where they want to be, and it's just, yeah, kind of in the middle. And there's another book coming out someday. I don't know whether there's still a date or something. It just says soon in the back of the book. So what did I think about this book? For the first half I felt like the story was very forced, like he had those vintage pictures and he wanted to make the story fit into the pictures. So that is what I felt with this book. I didn't feel it that much with the first one, but with this one it just seemed so much more forced to fit, you know, to fit all the pictures into the story. I don't know. It just was very weird. It got better, and then I really enjoyed the second half. I had the same thing with the first book where I just didn't get into the story that easily, but then I enjoyed the second half of the book. But then the ending with this one I really didn't like. I don't know. It just was very rushed and very weird, and not quite sure where the story is going now. So I gave this one 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I will buy the next book, and I hope that will be the last one, I guess so, because they are so pretty on my shelf, but I'm just not in love. I wish I could love this series, but I can't. And what I also wanted to say, since English is not my mother tongue, I felt like the language is a little bit harder to understand. It's a little bit I don't know, it's just a little bit more difficult, a little bit more eloquent than the usual books that I've read now in English. So if you're a beginner with English books, maybe this one isn't perfect for you because there might be a lot of words that you don't actually understand. I just wanted to quickly mention that. But yeah, all in all, I did enjoy it, but I didn't love it. The second book I want to talk about I don't have with me right now, which is a shame because it was a very, very good one. It is We Should Hang Out Sometime, Embarrassingly a True Story by Josh Sundquist. I'm sorry, I just read that. I really, really like this book. I don't think I've talked about it before, I don't know, but it's just really funny in a way. It's by a YouTuber, and he realized in his mid or end 20s that he never had an actual girlfriend before, and he goes around and asks his girlfriends how that happened. So the book mainly tells the story of the relationship they had, and the chapters where he is actually asking the girls are super short, so don't expect too much from it. But it's just really light, it's a light read, it's super fun to read. You can read it in a few hours, and I don't know, it was just really fun, and seeing like a different culture, because, you know, for me American lifestyle is something different, and there are a lot of aspects that we don't have here, and so it was very interesting for me to read about something like that. And yeah, I just would really recommend this book if you're in any way interested by the premise. And as I said, it doesn't take you too long to read it, it's just a very quick and fun read, and so you don't waste a lot of time reading it, just in case you might not like it. But I think anyone can enjoy this, because it's just humorous, it's quick, it's fun. I just really liked it, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, just because I think he could have done more, he could have explained and talked with the girls more. I understand that that is kind of a weird situation, but I just expected a little bit more from that aspect. Also, there's a lot of cute like tables and plots in there, like yeah, I just really enjoyed that. They were very funny, I think. And then also the chapters are divided in like the background story, and then his hypothesis, I don't know how you say that, and then the result, basically what the girl told him. Now for the last book I want to talk about, I have Crank by Ellen Hopkins, and this is a YouTube and BookTube made me buy it, and I'm not quite sure what I think about it, to be honest. So first, for the storyline, Crank deals with a girl that gets addicted to crystal meth, and yeah, it just is written in poem form. You probably have seen that before. And so the book looks huge, but you can actually read it in like a few minutes, basically, or a few hours. So for some reason I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars, which I can't quite understand right now, because I didn't enjoy it that much, I think. Maybe now I would give it even less, I don't know. But the first thing is that I've never read a book about drug addiction before, so this was a first for me, and I felt like it was kind of a positive way that the drug was shown. Like, after the story you have that little chapter about, you know, what is really behind the story, kind of. So this book is based on a true story, and it's the story of the daughter of Ellen Hopkins, as far as I got it. And I felt like, you know, it is supposed to show you that drugs are bad, but it doesn't tell you. So you have to find out yourself by reading the story. And there's, you know, the narrator is the girl that is addicted, so she's only referring to the positive sides. And you kind of have to find the bad things yourself, which I think is kind of weird, and it kind of got me in a mood that I really wanted to try it and to see how it is. And I'm definitely not one to try drugs, honestly. I'm just so afraid of getting addicted to anything, and so I would never ever do that. But this book really got me interested, and I wanted to see it myself, kind of. And I thought that was a little bit weird, and I didn't like that part of the story at all. Then the second part is the poem verse thing. I felt like it is kind of forced. It didn't make sense most of the times. They are quite well done. Like, sometimes they have different meanings. Like, you have this page, and then if you read this on its own and this on its own, sometimes it has a different meaning, as if you read everything together or something like that. That is kind of well done, but it doesn't help the story at all. I don't know, it's just, it feels like she's trying to tell kind of a short story in kind of a long way. Like, you get this massive book, and there's 2 more books in the series, which I found out when I bought this, and I was angry. And you could have told all of that in just one book, I feel like. And it would have been about that size as well. So I wasn't feeling the whole poem thing too much. I don't know. Just let me know if you've read this and you feel or felt a little bit meh about the first one. Did you continue the series? Because this book has quite a good ending, like you don't crave more, but I just don't like unfinished things. So I would like to finish it someday, but I just don't know whether it's worth the money and the effort. So please let me know what you think about that. I have very mixed feelings about this book, and I don't know, there was just something missing all the time for me. So it would really help me if you would tell me what you thought about this. And I will be back next month, hopefully, with another wrap-up. So I hope you enjoyed this and I could cut this into things that made sense, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye!